presentation today from past District Governor Charles Tarver, and if you'll come up, we'll start the presentation.
Well, good evening. I'm Charles Tarver from Silsbee Lions Club, and yes, I'm a past district governor. Sometimes that's not a nice thing to say. You love to get biscuits thrown at you or something. But anyhow, I'm the chairman of the Lions District 2S1 Vision Screening Committee. And Elfrida asked me to come give a talk. Well, I think the last meeting y'all had, and I couldn't. I called her back after I said yes. Found out I had another appointment, so I wasn't able to make it. She called me and asked me to come today, and I said, well, yesterday I went to MD Anderson, spent the day, and I said, if I'm in a good mood and good shape after making that drive to Houston and fighting that traffic, MD Anderson's a piece of cake. But I said I'll come, so I'm here today. And what I want to just say is give you some brief information about our vision screening team. As Helen Keller, you know, recently challenged us back in the young years of 1925 to be the Knights for the Blind. And we spent a lot of time and a lot of money helping people with sight problems. And in 2008, 2808, the district committee was formed and the screening team was created, and I think it was done by past district governor Claude Durham right here in y'all's club. I'm actually not positive about that, but I think he was the initial move or drive for that. But the goal of the program is to identify those persons who have vision problems that would not normally be assisted. Financially problems that they have or whatever, not able to go to a doctor or so forth. The Lions assist individuals at screenings and provide near-fit glasses, which improve the person's vision. The recycled glasses, which you all do, and we all do, improve the person's vision. The glasses are collected in our communities by Lions and so forth, sorted, graded, cleaned. Then we redistribute them through our screenings that we have. And the more people with the more severe problems, we send to doctors and finance that. Usually have the club or someone who sends them will pay for the doctor appointments. Screening requirements. To have a screening in your community or the Lions Club here, say sponsor one. We try not to schedule a screening any weekend, and they're normally done on a Saturday, that the district may be having meetings or other organizations of state that would interfere with it. Screenings will be scheduled on a first come, first served basis. And I would say 4 or 5 years ago, we had quite a bit of response to that. People calling and wanting to schedule a screening. It's dropped off a good bit. We still have some. Matter of fact, yesterday and the day before, I had 2 people call and ask for screenings. Corrigan and Lions Club in Grofton. So they're normal. Each year we do those. We cannot screen children. Anyone under 18 is not allowed by the state health department and so forth. No one under the age of 18, no one with vision insurance or that has had an exam in the last year. But the SPOT program is the exception to this rule. Now, SPOT is our PetaVision camera that we do pre-K and K children with. Pat and Jeannie Brady are in charge of that. And I don't think they realized when they got those 5 cameras in this district how busy they were going to be going to school districts. I'm sure there's a few school districts in this 16 counties that we're involved in this district that have not seen them there checking their children, but it's very few because they are on the road all the time. And Pat, like me, getting old, he keeps saying, I'm going to retire, I'm going to quit this. And then the next day he calls me and tells me I got 3 more screenings scheduled for next week. So, you know, the school districts love the PetaVision. But I myself am chairman of the adults, so we do it a little different. When we do a screening in your community, let's say if Livingston wanted to have one, we have so many Hispanics and so forth in our district now and in this area that we sort of try to have someone there that can translate for us. It's not that the Hispanics have a problem, it's just dumb white boys that don't know Spanish, and we can't talk to those people a lot, bless our hearts, and we do our best to it. I love helping them because it's amazing that the percentage that people have problems with their eyes. The Hispanics are a little bit higher than us, and I think a lot of that is because so many of them came over and the doctors were not in Mexico or South America or wherever they came from, and most of them we see, a high majority of them are in need of glasses or some kind of vision improvement. All requests will be made to the vision screening coordinator. That is Robert Blackburn, Lion Robert Blackburn in Beaumont Breakfast Lions Club. So if someone, or if the school calls, or if a church wants to have an eye screening, it doesn't have to be the Lions Club or a medical team of some form in your community, Robert Blackburn would be the one to call. He keeps the calendar for us and tries to keep it so we don't have any overlap on our screenings or interference with our district or club meetings. Our screenings are normally limited to 2 a month, which ties up 2 of our weekends. And most of you that's been involved with the district or the state level know that 2 weekends is not all you're going to have with screenings. You're going to have those 2 plus some kind of district meeting or some kind of cabinet meeting or some kind of something else, or your club's going to have a meeting or an event. So we stay pretty busy. To do a screening, we need a pretty good sized room. We have to have a team of members, Lions Club members, 10 to 15. It requires that many to do a screening because you have to have someone registering them. You have to have 2 or 3 interviewing them. You have Pat, Brady, and myself, or Les Lucas, running the optical equipment, the first 2 machines, testing them. And then you have to have your fitters, which are opticians or people that work in optical clinics that are state certified to fit the glasses. That's the only thing we're legally not allowed to do. We can check their eyes, we can pull glasses, we can wash glasses, clean glasses, do all the preparation work, but when it comes to visually putting a pair of glasses on someone and adjusting them, making sure they fit and they're the right optics and so forth, it requires somebody that's state licensed or has worked a year or longer. So that's a requirement, and sometimes we run into a problem finding someone when we travel to small communities and so forth. We have to beg, borrow, and steal, and we do pay 20 cents a mile for fitters to come, and $25 flat fee plus mileage of 20 cents a mile to and from. And I have 2 here in Lumberton that I've got to go pay today as soon as I can find them. And that was with on Alaska with us a couple month or so ago. There must be enough room on the screen set up, no smaller than 30 feet by 50 feet. But we have racks that we roll in out of our trailer that have maybe 1,000 pair of glasses on them or more. We have optical equipment. We have all that other stuff that has to be set up. The tables for interviewing, tables for the fitters, tables for Pat and I and our equipment, and room for the glasses, and then room for the people who come in, sit, and wait. Sometimes it takes an hour or so to get a pair of glasses on someone. That's from the time they registered, go through the process, and then we locate glasses. We have lots of glasses, but we read them, and we read their eyes with our lens officer and so forth, and auto refractors, and we know what we're looking for, but because we use, quote, used glasses that we've cleaned, sterilized, and everything, and read and know what the prescription is on those glasses, we have to go to our boxes, which may be 50 or 60 pair of glasses in each little box, but they're numbered. And we have to pull a pair of glasses that will fit their need. And like I said back there, it's some are not the perfect fit as far as a prescription reading, but we try to be 25 plus or minus on giving someone a pair of glasses. They're free glasses. We don't advertise them as free glasses because if you did and left it at that, everybody and his brother would want a pair of free glasses. But this is for people who really and truly cannot afford glasses or do not have insurance. And we enjoy doing it. It's amazing how many people we find with eye problems. I mean, I don't see how they can see the wall. I have a lot of fun with some of them, kidding them, because when I catch one that's so blind, bless her heart, and I ask them, I said, do you have glasses? No, I had a pair about 3 or 4 years ago, but I broke them, and they couldn't afford them. They had no insurance. And the first thing I ask them is, what streets do you drive on? And they look at me and they wonder what they were talking about. I say, because I don't want to be on these streets. You can't see. I've had put glasses on people, I swear to God, one old boy in Berger, Texas. He came in there, bless his heart, he couldn't see anything. I put a pair of glasses on him and I took him to the door and he read a street sign out there about down by the school, about 50 yards, 60 yards away. He took glasses off, he couldn't really see it. I said, how in the world do you drive? He said, I don't know. I had another lady start crying because she said, she walked outside and said, I've never seen leaves on trees when I'm in the car driving. I can't see leaves. You know, we don't realize what a wonderful tool these glasses are till you take them off and you can't see. And I'm that way. I'm not totally blind, but I need them. But like I say, that's some of the things we do. Some of the screening requirements. Also, a host club would be responsible for clients that need to be referred to an optometrist or an eye doctor or someone. So if we go to, let's say, Livingston, we check, and y'all are the sponsoring Lions Club. If this person needs to see an eye doctor because we don't have glasses, or we see they have cataracts or some kind of stigmatism or some other normal problem, we found some bad ones, we try to get you to finance sending them to at least for an examination. The host club is asked to assist in the screening. That just means a few volunteers, because most of the people that I have come from clubs all around the Golden Triangle area because we're there close. I live in Silsbee. I keep the trailer with all the glasses and the optical equipment and pull it, haul it, and we load up, set up, take down, load the trailer and haul it back home and all this. We need interviewers, people to register them and so forth. It's not a bad job. Normally, when we go to health fairs, they start at either 9 or 10 and quit at 1 or 2. It's a 4-hour event. Why, I don't know, I guess. Well, usually we're in schools or churches. Now, on a Saturday, they want to get them cleaned up or something for too late. But there's times when we have 300 or 400 people show up at a health fair in Beaumont. County Commissioner does too, Mr. Bo Allred. This year, due to the flood, Harvey, he had to cancel both of them. Then he came back and got concerned. I'm sure had a lot of requests. And we did one on September the 30th. And it was a big one. And we sat down, they tried to feed us sack lunch or whatever. But we don't have time to eat. We've got so many people sitting in that room wanting glasses or wanting to be checked. We just work right on through and then shut down about 1:30, 1:40 and load up and get out of there because they want us out by 2 o'clock. And that happens quite often. But we go to small places. I'm not being critical of this, but we went to Alaska here a couple of weeks ago, a while back, about a month ago. And they said they publicized it. You never know what your crowd's going to be like. One person showed up for the adult vision screening. One person. And I have turned them down several times because it was in the first week of November. In 2 years I've turned them down. I told them, I said, we don't normally do anything in November or December between football, school events, basketball, whatever, holidays, and otherwise we just don't get good turnouts. And we take some time off. But I had one person show up. And like I say, I've been to those in Beaumont and have 400 people come in there, and just about every one of them want to be checked. Whether we give them glasses or not, we can check their eyes. You know, it takes 5 minutes. But that's some of the things we do. And is there any questions that I might could answer?
Charles, how do you, if you want to get on your committee to be notified, say you have a group of 10 or 15 that usually go, if you want to get on your group to be notified to, you know, if they come up north, towards center or something like that, if you want to be on that committee, maybe not down south, but toward, how do you get on that committee?
Well, I don't want to pick on anybody, but the northern clubs, I don't know whether they think because I'm down in Silsbee, and you know, when I joined the Lions Club 39 years ago, it was like a picket fence. You had Highway 190. Yeah. You were either south of it or you were north of it. You elected a governor 1 year from the south, and next year from the north. That was automatic. Wasn't no sense running. But it's one district. There's 16 counties. We'll go anywhere you want us to go. Trinity, Panola County, Carthage. We go, you know, to all of those. We've been to the schools with the spot cameras and everything. And we don't mind traveling. We have our district charities. You all pay money into them. All the clubs do. Each member, a couple dollars, $3, whatever. And that money funds paying for the gas, pulling the trailer, or the fitters coming and so forth. So the best thing to do, I do have an email address, and I do have a website, and I do have a email list that I've generated, and I usually every year try to put all the new secretaries in there when the secretary list comes out from the district or the president, so that those clubs will at least know when I'm doing a screening or when the district's doing a screening and where. And anybody that wants to come learn and see what we do or get involved, I think you'll enjoy it. It's not a lot of hard work by no means, but it's just something that's rewarding. It's what Lions do. It's a vision problem, and we try to cure it.
When do you have your training? I mean, if somebody wanted to come learn, how often do you do that?
We just don't, well, the training is going to be when you arrive. If we've got somebody on the equipment, it doesn't take long to learn how to use the equipment, but you just need to show up. We'll put you to work. We'll train you, start you whatever you want to. If you want to be on the optical equipment, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to operate that stuff. But, you know, and pulling the glasses, they're in boxes, plus 200, minus 200, 125, whatever, 150, 200, 225. Whatever your needs are, because your right lens dictates what you start out looking for when you look for a pair of glasses. And that's simple too. We have those boxes there. All the boxes are marked, and all of them's got the 100 in it, or the plus 25, plus 50, plus 75, plus 100, and 200 the same way. So it's all easy, simple. It's just get involved with it and being there a time or two, and you'll know what you need to do. Spot camera, it's simple to use. Every school we go to, we sit down there, and the first thing we do is train the nurses on how to use it. And that's children under 18. And by state law, we're only allowed pre-K and K. I wish we could do the older classes, 1st through 12, because a lot of those kids have vision problems and may not be detected. And if you want to be involved, you know, you're on my list. You get an email every once in a while saying, I put out 2 yesterday. I'm going to put out 2 probably tonight, further on, and send it to the whole list. About 93 people on that list, from the north part of the district, out west, all around. So your club should know that there's going to be an eye screening somewhere in the neighborhood or in the next community around, and you could, you know, come be involved. You got an open welcome for that. And I'm not going to discuss the children too much on the P division and everything, because that's Pat Brady's department, and he does an excellent job on that. If there's no other questions, I'll just, yes ma'am.
I have it's not really a question, but a request. We have many new members, and like we have a new member that's going to be inducted sitting there. right now, we have a bag of glasses that have been donated, and Elfrida has them over here. Would you explain for our new members what happens to those glasses once they're donated and until they're distributed at one of the
I will take that pair of glasses. I will go home, open them up, sort them out, look at them, see if there's any broke, scratched glass, broke arms, screws missing. We do not have the equipment and the time to repair them or the qualifications to repair glasses. We have to throw them away if they're bad, what we classify as bad. If the lenses are not scratched and they're in good shape and somebody can just put them on and wear them if they fit them, as far as their optical needs, we wash them, sterilize them, read them on the lensometer, so forth, get a reading on them, which is a prescription. Got the little plastic bags with the magic marker. We mark on the bag what the prescription reading is. Put that bag based on, say, if it's a 200, put it in the box that says 200 on the end of it. All the others in there are 200, 225, whatever. But, and that's what we do. And if you're interested, while you're saving, collecting glasses, I appreciate, you know, I think y'all, Elfrida said that the school collects glasses now. That's good. Your church, most churches love to do things, you know, and do community projects to a degree and so forth. So put a box in your church, cardboard box, anything, and just put a note on it. Donate your used glasses, and then get them to someone here in the club. Then get them to me or Pat Brady. But we'll collect them, we clean them, we process them, get them ready to be given out. And it's amazing how many people really need them and say they can't afford them and don't have insurance and so forth. And that's what we're looking for. We're trying to fill that spot void where they're in need and can't get help or can't afford help.
But Charles, some of the glasses, don't they go to Midland?
Well,
Can you explain that a little bit?
in days past or years past, everything we collected in the district was shipped to Midland to TLRC, Texas Lines, you know, Glass Recycling and so forth. They did the same things we're doing. And then they sent them to Mexico, South America, all around the countryside. Or use them here. You could, your club or the district could call and ask for glasses, and they would send them to us. So they're on the statewide doing what we doing on the district, but we do basically the same thing. And then from there, you've got Lions and Lions clubs and opticians and so forth. They go to Mexico and other foreign, you know, countries, South America, set up clinics or do clinics and check the people's eyes. And there's not very many eye doctors down that part of the country or in Mexico. The Hispanics that come up, bless their heart, we find a lot of them that need glasses. Never seen a doctor. So.
Great job.
And when we came several times, and they call us on a regular basis because they'll get 2 or 3 new students or so, and we'll come check them. Well, Pat and Jeannie mainly with us, Peter Vision Spot Camera. Children out here at the care center or the Indian reservation, they have that, I forgot the name of it, whatever they call it. It's a pre-K deal, or, you know. Yeah, right. We check those children, and normally we get 13 to 15% of the class, high school, or elementary school, pre-K, K, depending on the size of the school. But it all runs around a little over 13 or less of the students need eyes, you know, examinations or glasses and so forth. But it usually hits 20 or 25% out here as far as when we've been there. A little bit higher. I think it's just genetics, genetics and so forth. But we find them a little higher. We find the Hispanics, but the Hispanics have probably just never seen a doctor you know, coming up. So we try to help them in Beaumont. I've got a screening coming up, and south end of Beaumont. Be quite a few Hispanics there, I hope. I'll go find me a couple. They'll provide these Catholic charities there in Beaumont do a health fair, and they've invited us last year, this year.